YouTube, welcome to this Heretic Life. I'm Mary. If you're new here, I'm rebuilding a 97 square foot camper by the name of Chiffon from the frame up. We are at the Lowe's so that I can get some batteries for my shiny new belt sander, because today we are going to start sanding the frame to take paint. As soon as we get the paint on, as soon as it cures, we will be able to lay flooring and we'll be that much closer to being done with the camper, and I'm very excited. So let's boogie, let's get done, let's rock and roll. After help from a very fantastic associate whose name was Joel. Joel, if you're watching this, I love you, you're wonderful. Ended up getting a 2-slot charger for these batteries, and then I got a packet of these two, and I'm gonna get home and start plugging everything in and charging it. Just finished classes for the day. Haven't decided where from yet, but we will get something to eat, and then we will get working on the camper. To get this floor, all these little bits and bobs, we're gonna get it out of here. Okay, so best course of action, I think, now that I've gotten all of the stuff picked up off this board I'm sitting on, is to push it backwards that way. And the reason for this is that there is more space for it to lay on back there and rest. And also that will give me space to work on this section without this being in the way. But also, I don't think I could get this back out the way my foot is. And it would not be safe. And I'm not trying to be on Jackass right now. So I got that spot sanded down. We're gonna get the other half just like I said before. And then we are going to see probably about moving. I want to get it out, even though I said I didn't before. I do think it's gonna be imperative. Plan is that I am going to sand down the tops till they're flat and even and they don't have any gunk on them and they're not rusty. And then I'm going to wipe down and then just hit everything that looks dirty with a sander really quick. And then I will spray everything and we will let that cure. A big downfall yesterday was that I didn't consider this when I was doing it, and that caused my sander belt to go out a lot faster. Hot and sweaty, and now I'm a little bit covered in blood. I banged my finger up. I'm gonna go inside and cool off and get some water and bandage my wounds. And then when I come back out, the big step is going to be moving out this OSB. Okay, I think we're really doing it. Progress. I did it. Oh, my ankle hurts. I'm gonna have to get the impact driver out because there are screws in some of this that did not come out when I was pulling up the floor initially. And I said, you know what, I'll do it later. Well, now, Mary, we are in the later. My body is a machine that turns screws that are slightly stripped into screws that are completely stripped. All right, we are very quickly approaching my Saturday deadline. I'm really kind of worried about that. Every second that I have not been doing something that I absolutely had to do I have been in that camper, thinking about that camper, buying stuff for that camper, working on that camper. We're in the home stretch. At the Lowe's to pick up some wood to metal screws because it's time to put in the floor. If you weren't here last week, we finally got the frame sanded, prepped, and painted, and now it is time to get started on the rebuild process, and I'm super excited. Yeah, I think I'll go with this one. A lady at the register told me that I should pray about my power saw, and I told her no. I have good news. I have some pallets that I am clear to take as many of as I want that we are gonna go pick up today. All I have left is get those screws out of that bottom edge, come back in here, wrap this panel, slide it up against the wall, put those screws back in that hold this in place against the wall, and bada bing bada boom. This is my first panel. I have it organized in such a way that we should be able to fit everything in around it. Last week, we went ahead and got all of the OSB cut finally, but it was like nearing the end, so we didn't really have much of a choice on whether or not we could put it in or not. So the next step, obviously, is gonna be moving all of this over to the side where it's already secured so that I can clean the rest of the trim up on the other side. It took a little bit of persuasion, but I got this in. I'm gonna go inside, celebrate my victory, come back out, and start screwing. Okay, so now we're down here. I have a fan. Ooh. And a few mosquitoes, and I have my scissors, and we are going to start by cutting away the material around where the patch was, and then we're going to point the fan up at it to start drying it. I have so many more mosquito bites, like so many I could cry. But listen, I have been securing this the best I can to the frame. I took that away so I could see better, but yeah, essentially it's just to be done in. So I'm gonna put pressure on it now and see if it... We did it! It's in! Wheel wells are secured, so join me next week when we get this final piece of OSB secured, and then we have a floor. We're gonna lay insulation. We are going to floor it, and it'll be done. It's just not gonna make it in time for this video. It would've, but then we had the patch issue. Thank you for being so patient with me on this journey, and I really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next week. Today, I have to go dig around in someone's toolbox, aloud, don't worry, and find a little something to cut some of the trim on the camper. Once we do that, we can knock some staples out, move this panel to make sure it fits properly, pull it back out, do a little vapor barriering, and then have a floor. So we're gonna get started on that today. I dug around in one spot, but I really want to find something that doesn't really have an electric component. I'm really hoping for mechanical as much as possible, just so that I don't risk extra damage. So we're gonna go check the porch next. I only found one thing on the porch, and I think the blade's a little bit damaged. So I'm just gonna do my best with this and push forward. Immensely pleased to say I got those corners finally cut out, and I thought I would never get them done. So the next step is to move the panel out of the way and start knocking out the staples underneath the doorway. Friendly reminder that I'm not an expert, and I'm really just patching this together in a way that I feel makes logical sense, and, you know, trying to use up the materials that I do have. So we now have this in. Hello. I'm enjoying my break. This is break time. Have a little break. And in a minute, I'm going to take the panels that I've been using as a gangway across the floor, and I am going to take those out and then bring the new panel in. For now, I'm enjoying a little cross breeze, and the caulk is drying, and we're just chilling right now. I deserve a little treat, you know? And you do too. Take your break. That was really bad. Maybe I'll cut that out.